Let me get it out there. I'm one of those nerds and geeks that spend most of their time sitting in front of their computer, watching YouTube, playing games on Steam, and reading creepypastas. It's a problem. I know. I don't need you guys to judge me. Heck, you're all probably in the same position as me. Except for one thing. It was a late Friday night. I had no school tomorrow, so I didn't have to worry about getting up early. I was on the internet. Big surprise. Browsing through some random sites when an ad caught my eye. It was one of those pop-ups that say you have won something. Usually, the prize is an iPhone or an iPad, but this ad was different. Congratulations. You have won me. Me? What does that mean? Normally, I would have ignored it and moved on, but I felt drawn to this weird little ad. I clicked on it out of curiosity. The ad opened up a new tab, showing a chat room floating on a black background, flickering every once in a while. A single message sat there, glowing in the darkness of my room.
Hello, my friend.
Without even thinking, I started to reply. Who are you?
A friend.
Do you have a name?
Anonymous.
That's not a name.
Yes, it is. What is your name?
I'm not telling you my name.
Tell me.
The sudden outburst scared me a little. I should have left the chat, but something wouldn't let me. I continued to talk to this mysterious figure. I'm not telling you my name.
I want to be your friend. I can't be your friend if I don't know your name.
I don't even know who you are. Why do you want to be my friend so badly?
Because you won me.
How?
You clicked on the link. You set me free. I will find you, and thank you.
At this point, I had goosebumps all over my arms. I wanted to leave my computer, but I was stuck there, unable to move my body. My fingers were typing without my consent, sending message after message. You don't know where I live.
I have already found you. I'm coming over for a visit.
Stop lying. We both know you have no idea where I am.
Silly child, I'm already here.
Suddenly, I felt a presence in my room. I tried to turn my head, but my body wouldn't let me. I heard heavy footsteps behind me, getting louder and louder as they neared my desk. A cold, bony hand wrapped around my shoulder, their long nails digging into my skin. They leaned over, placing their head near mine, and whispered into my ear,
Thank you, my friend. Let me reward you for your good deed.
I started to feel dizzy as their psychotic laughter penetrated my skull. Before I could realize what was happening, everything went black. I woke up in a dark room with a computer providing my only light source. My head felt terrible, like something inside was hammering at my skull. I tried to get up, but my body was still stuck. My eyes slowly adjusted to the light, and I started to make out what was on my screen. I could see what looked like me in my room, closing my computer and getting up from my desk. I watched as this doppelganger examined my body, pulling at my skin and brushing my hand through my hair. When it looked up to face me, I gasped in fear. My eyes were now a bright yellow with cat-like pupils. Those eyes stared back at me through the computer screen, piercing into my very soul. I tried to run away, but my body just wouldn't allow it. My replacement smiled back at me, their grin sending shivers down my spine. The screen switched back to the chat room, with one single message staring back at me.
Goodbye, my friend.
Years have passed since this ordeal happened. I have tried to get up and leave this godforsaken computer, but I am only able to move my arms and my hands. I still have access to the internet from here, but I've been unable to contact my family or friends. The only people I talk to these days are random strangers I meet on one of the many sites I go on. Even then, I can't seem to type out the words I need to express. My fingers won't allow me to send a distress signal, always changing the message I try to convey. I'm writing my story down, hoping someone will see this and know what to do. I'm using all of my strength to stop myself from deleting all of this. Someone or something doesn't want me to escape. Please, if anyone hears this, send help.
Please, be my friend.
I have always been uneasy driving alone at night. It was worse the first few times, when I had just gotten my license, but the nagging fear has never gone away to this day. It's disorienting to look into the mirrors and see nothing, and I mean nothing, but the consuming blackness of the night. It makes me hesitant to check the mirrors, should I see this dark void. Or worse, someone sitting in my back seat staring at me. In the summer of 2013, I found myself driving home alone on Highway 902 from a party. It was almost midnight, and needless to say, it was pitch black. As was usual at night, I was on edge. I had the radio off, and could hear nothing but the muffled roar of tires on pavement and the dull hum of the engine. I stole a glance into the middle rearview mirror, and saw nothing but darkness through the back window. I know that I looked backward and saw nothing. I'm sure of it. Just the seemingly endless blackness of the night. I remember it so clearly because not 10 seconds later a car passed me to the left, headlights on. I had one of those sudden adrenaline rushes like when you think you see a person outside your bedroom window when it's just a tree, or when you start awake at night with the feeling of falling. 10 seconds earlier, nothing had been behind me. Suddenly, a car. I drove all the way home shivering and knowing something was off. The next morning, I found 2 sets of scratches near the back of my van. One was on the left rear, one was on the right. The car was pretty old. They could have been there for months, but that was the first time I distinctly remember seeing them. In hindsight, there are 2 possibilities for what happened that night. Possibility 1, by some glitch in reality or something paranormal. This other car had somehow appeared behind me within 10 seconds of me checking my mirror, like some weird ghost crap or something. However, the second option is what makes my blood run cold whenever I consider it. It didn't even occur to me until months after the fact, but it makes me dread driving alone at night even more. Possibility 2. The car was normal. It had approached me from the rear and passed me to my left. However, something large and wide and as black as the night had been clinging to the rear of my car, obscuring my view through the window and leaving deep scratches on the sides. And I had inadvertently driven it home with me,